Welcome to the Mind Map Academy. Today, we are diving into the fascinating story of Belgium, a small yet important country in Europe. Belgium is not much bigger than the state of Haryana in India, with a population of just over 1 crore people. It's famous for its diversity of languages. Let's see how this diversity looks. 59% of the population speaks Dutch. 40% speaks French. And 1% speaks German. Imagine living in a country where people speak different languages depending on where you are. Doesn't that sound interesting? But as we will see, this also led to some big problems. Now, you may wonder, what kind of problems? Let me tell you about a major issue Belgium faced, a language conflict. In Belgium, the French-speaking community was rich and powerful. They held most of the key positions in the government and economy. This created a lot of tension between the Dutch-speaking and French-speaking communities. The Dutch speakers, who were in the majority, felt sidelined because the French speakers had more control over important decisions. This led to a lot of frustration, and the conflict reached its peak during the 1950s and 1960s. Can you imagine how tough it must have been to live in a country where people were so divided over the language they spoke? But here's the twist in the story: Belgium didn't fall apart because of these differences. Instead, they found a smart and peaceful way to solve the problem. Let's see how they did it. Belgium's government realized that the only way to keep the country united was to share power. So, they changed their constitution not once, but 4 times between 1970 and 1993. What was the result? They made sure that in the central government, there were an equal number of Dutch-speaking and French-speaking ministers. This way, neither group could dominate the other. This clever solution helped them calm down the tensions and live peacefully together. Now, let's talk about Brussels, the capital city of Belgium. This city had its own special challenge. Even though the majority of people in Belgium spoke Dutch, in Brussels, the French-speaking community was in the majority. So, what did they do? They created a separate government for Brussels, and here's the cool part: in this government, both Dutch and French-speaking communities have equal representation. Neither community can dominate the other, so they work together to make decisions. Brussels is now a symbol of how different communities can live and work together peacefully. But Belgium didn't stop there. They came up with yet another idea to keep things fair for everyone: community governments. Belgium formed separate community governments for Dutch, French, and even German speakers. These community governments are responsible for cultural, language, and educational issues. For example, if there's a problem related to schools or language in one community, their own community government can handle it. This system makes sure everyone's needs are taken care of. And you know what? This model of power sharing helped Belgium avoid serious conflicts. They managed to create peace by ensuring everyone has a voice. Belgium's story is a great example of how even though people may speak different languages or come from different backgrounds, they can still live together in peace if power is shared fairly. Thank you for watching this video. Follow, like, and subscribe to Mind Map Academy channel to watch more such educational videos.